Good morning, everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I am so happy to be with you this Sunday morning. And I'll tell you why I'm happy to be with you is because we are getting ready to move into an important week. We're moving into Thanksgiving, and traditionally here within the states, the United States, it's a very important time of the year. It's a time of the year where we all get to come together. We get to unify in the spirit and the energy of gratitude. That is the blessing of this moment. And this past week, I have had the time of my life. I've been involved in interfaith worship with our clergy. We had a wonderful celebration that was all inclusive, that focused on truth, the cord of truth. And today we get to anchor again. And so I'm so happy to be with you today because I want to say it is for this moment you have been prepared, and we're going to talk about some important topics. Moral leadership, we're going to talk about gratitude and how these two intertwine during our holiday, because we're going to be engaging in our family. We're going to be engaging as community as we move into our high holy days. And so that is the reason we have come together. And that's the reason this is a culmination of everything we've done just to get to this moment. Now, I want to introduce you to our leadership team. And we have a couple of members on our leadership team. And next week, it is my intention to introduce you to our newest member of our leadership team. I'm so excited about that. But today we have Catherine Redmond. Catherine, would you say hello to everyone?
Hello, everybody, and good morning, and have a blessed day.
And we have our wonderful leader, Miss Patty with an I. Would you say hello?
Good morning, everyone, and have a happy whatever you do today.
So what I love about Sunday is we do this simulcast where we are together as leadership, because I truly believe that a family that prays together stays together, and we're a spiritual family. So our leadership comes together to anchor in prayer on Sunday. That's part of our spiritual practice and our way of being. And we get to do this simulcast with our Purple Heart consciousness holders. And it is truly a blessing because we're bringing them together along with our ambassadors, our Seed FM ambassadors. These are people that follow us. They're part of our community. And for me, community is an extension of family. And so I'm so grateful we're here. Now, today, we would like to anchor first by just leaning into the wisdom of our intention in the coming week. So this past month, we have been focusing on spiritually motivated moral leadership. So our platform social media manager has a quote to share with you. Catherine, could you please share that quote?
I'd be happy to. The quote for the day is, "Without moral leadership and intellectual independence, there is no anchor for national independence."
Oh, wonderful. How powerful. So we get an opportunity to see how when we start with ourselves, we get to integrate, and it shows up, it outpictures itself in all of our circles, from ourselves individually, in our social circles, and it also can mirror itself in the world. That's true and powerful leadership. We all shape, and form that. That is the reason it's important for us to understand it's not that our job is to continue to work with ourselves to grow, and to learn how to be conscious beings. Patty, I believe you have something you'd like to share. We'd love to hear from you, our wonderful wisdom keeper.
Okay, my thought today is a leader is someone who demonstrates what is possible.
Wow. A leader is someone who demonstrates what is possible. I truly embrace that. And it is our intention in this spiritual community to embrace the possibilities. It's not my possibilities, but it is our possibilities. We've been reading from the book, The Tao of Leadership. And John Hyder basically says the same thing, that a conscious leader, and I'm paraphrasing him right now, he says an enlightened leader is, enlightened leadership, I can read it correctly. He says enlightened leadership is service, not selfishness. The leader grows more and lasts longer by placing the well-being of all above the well-being of self alone. So that is a powerful statement. And so our goal this season is to be in that space where we move above, we rise above our own personal selfishness and embrace the higher good for all concerned. I wonder what that would look like when we engage in family, as family come together. And you know what? I truly believe we all come together for one reason, and that reason is to be loved and to love. And so what would that look like during this holiday season? And for some families, they're still working on getting it together, because I say that sometimes we have people that love but do not know how to love. Your consciousness today will set the stage for all of those encounters and so much more. Ernest Holmes says this, and I think it is very important and wise for us to keep this in mind. We need to be thankful that an all-wise Father has planted within us a guide to the right conduct, which we call conscience. But we also need to be careful that we do not allow it to destroy our happiness because of something which, when seen with correct judgment, has no moral wrongness to it. So part of that is seeing through the eyes of love and anchoring in the eyes of love. He also says right action will be compelled through the right knowing. Therefore, when we know the truth, it will compel us to act in a correct manner. That call to conscience has to do with listening within, being real and authentic with ourselves, and the most important part is honest with ourselves. And when we are honest with ourselves, then it creates that space for us to be real and authentic for all. I believe that when we entered this thing we call life in this human realm, we all made a conscious decision. And that conscious decision was simply to love. And in that space of love, we get to give and to be fully present. So during this holiday season, I'm going to invite you to remember to lean into your spiritual practice, whether you're with family or whether you're just out and about shopping. That's a cultural thing, and people go and they have a great time, and things can get a little heated or crowded. Just remember to be in that space of love. Your love can impact the entire group. You can anchor everyone and support everyone in living a more harmonious life. With that in mind, let's just move into prayer. And as we move into prayer this morning, I'm going to invite you to just do this short meditation with me. And that short meditation is just simply breathing. And sometimes people say, I take that for granted. No, we do not. Every breath is an important breath. But in this moment, I'm going to invite you to breathe in a space of synchronicity. We're all going to breathe that same way. We're going to breathe in on the count of 5, exhale on the count of 5, breathing in through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. Let's begin. Slowing down and just breathing can bring a sense of clarity. It can create perspective, and it can impact the climate of the room. And now I'm going to invite you to recall a moment of deep appreciation, or a moment where you experience kindness, or perhaps compassion. And I am remembering my moment. For years, I have hosted the family for Thanksgiving. And it was an honor to host the family for Thanksgiving. But one of my most wonderful moments of deep appreciation was to sit around the family table and for each and every single person to move deeper beyond the surface. When we spoke from our heart and we talked about what was most important to us. And I'm remembering that moment, and I'm remembering how each person moved beyond their personality and spoke of how deeply they loved each other, how deeply they cared for their family. I want you to anchor with me right now with your memory. And if you don't have a memory, please join me in this memory. And as we join in this memory, I'm inviting you right now to anchor it within your consciousness right now. Move it into that muscle memory, your cellular memory of life. The energetics of being real, authentic, and in that space of deep love. Just breathe with me. And as we are breathing right now and anchoring that memory, let's be the presence that's gone before and prepared the way. Let's allow this wave of deep appreciation to anchor itself right now for anyone that you may be encountering over the course of the holidays. Could be your family, could be different groups and organizations you're a part of. And I'm going to invite you to amplify that feeling and allow that energetic to touch each one. And even allow the pictures of each individual to show up in your life. And in this very moment right here, we just take this time to anchor in the space of love, simply knowing that love is truly all there is, and that this loving presence is alive and thriving and fulfilling itself. It is enriching itself. And what I know is that there is a peace that passeth all understanding. And that peace that passeth all understanding is the synchronicity of the divine, that wonderful, loving host of the divine that always has been and always will be. And it abides within me, and it abides within each and every single person hearing this prayer. So what I know is that there is an anchoring that is unfolding as I speak right now. That anchoring is divine love in action. That anchoring is the peace that passeth all understanding. And I know that that wonderful presence fulfills itself in a wonderful, rich, and a very powerful way. And so what I know about this week is that the essence of love prevails. That the essence of this dynamic action fulfills itself in a powerful and a practical way. It brings harmony within all relationships. I know that it anchors our world in a space where we get to experience perfect good. And that perfect good touches every single person. It unifies us in a space of harmony. I know that this wonderful presence is alive and thriving right now, and it is touching the hearts of each individual, whatever is going on in the course of their life. It anchors them and supports them, bringing comfort, supporting them in being courageous and wonderful presences of love. I know that it expands itself right now, and that it is bountiful, that there is more than enough in the world, more than enough good, more than enough of the essence of life that prospers itself, that fulfills itself, and continues to regenerate itself. I know it as the spirit of wholeness within our body temples, and I know that that wonderful richness continues to expand. I am in deep gratitude right now this morning. I hear the song, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, and I am grateful for the good, the essence of life unfolding all around me, within everyone and everything. And I know that that grace of gratitude is the divine light within me also. So my good is everyone's good, and everyone's good is my good. And so what I know is that we're in deep appreciation and celebration of this good right now. And I know that it has shown up for all of us in a divine way. So I simply release these words right now here into the action of that universal law, the sacred yes, that always says yes, yes, yes. And I'm inviting you all to affirm with me. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Amen.
Amen and Ashe. May your words have power.
Thank
I know
you
your
so
word has power.
much. And for those that do not understand the word Ashe, they've just defined it. I know your words have power. And we know that to be so. So I want to look into your eyes and I want to say thank you for being a part of this prayer. Want to also let you know that there's so many wonderful things. If you are not a part of our e-blast list, please send in a request and ask to be a part of our e-blast list. We have so many wonderful things that are happening, but I want to call to your attention. Giving Tuesday is coming up quickly, and that is an opportunity where we get to give towards good. And we are an organization that could use your uplift. If you're loving what we're offering, there's so much we have planned in 2020. And your end of the year gifts will make a difference. I was just talking with our leadership team, and we concluded if each and every single person that we contacted gave at least $10, an additional $10 to our project, it would support us in moving into 2020 in a wonderful way. If they gave $25, my God, it could help us in a wonderful way. So if you are part of our e-blast list, we're going to send you a link to a page where you can give. It is part of our charitable giving fund. And what will happen is we have people that are willing to match what it is you give. So I want to invite you to check that out to support us as we anchor into 2020. And I'm going to also give you a link, a video, so that you can see and hear more about our Legacy of Love series. And we have so many other things that are on our plate that you'll be hearing about also in the coming weeks. I love you. I do appreciate you. And please be safe. And also remember your spiritual practice during this holiday season. I'll see you tomorrow if you're part of the prayer app. And if you're not a part of the prayer app, please download it. Go to your app store and download it because you can get more of this on a daily basis. Peace and blessings.